hope you all have set your goals, have reset your whole mindset, your way of thinking for this year, because we want it to be a better year. We want it to be everything that 2020 wasn't for us. And so I'm just hoping that everyone is off to a great start so far. So far, I'm off to a great start. As you can see, I did like a little mini vision board this year. Decided to do something very small. And as you can see, I am back with another video. We are back talking about occupational therapy and ways that you can succeed in OT school, ways that you can just continue throughout your occupational therapy journey as it relates to progressing into your future career. So here we are. I am, as you all know, this is my third year. I have already completed my first year, my second year, and this is my third year in my program. Honestly, it has flown by like no other. It doesn't seem like, at times it has not seemed like it has, but overall things have flown by like it's crazy. It does not seem like I'm going into my third year. So as most of you know, I'll be done by December of this year. I'll be doing my capstone, which is my research portion. And after the capstone, we'll be able to sit for boards and all that. So I'm pretty excited. I cannot believe I made it this far. Yeah, it's just been trial and error and some challenging, difficult times along the way. But with God, I have made it, and I'm so happy about it. So first, I just want to talk about ways that, or give like a few tips on how you can succeed as an occupational therapy student. So I started my program January of 2019, and so being someone from a different state, going to school in a different state, I had never experienced really life outside of my family, honestly. So going to school in a different state was good for me because I had minimal distractions. I didn't have my best friends up the street. I didn't have family in the same household as me. I lived by myself. I didn't have anybody that I could, go to up the road. Whew, these braids, y'all, are super long, so don't mind me. Yeah, so one, being able to attend a school away from home. That was one great thing to help me minimize all distractions. Another thing that I found to be very beneficial for me was not being afraid to reach out to my classmates, especially in the beginning. When you first start a program and you first start school, you're in an unfamiliar space, you're around unfamiliar people. And if you're like me, I can be a little introvert at times. Some people beg to differ, but I'm an introvert deep down. So it's not that I'm shy, I just rather be in my own space sometimes. But I have learned that networking is very important, and I've also learned that it's okay to go to other people for help, and it doesn't make you look like you're dumb or you don't know anything or you're not competent in any areas. They're students just like you. They're learning too. They might be afraid to speak up as well. So just finding like a small circle, even if it's not several people in your cohort or your class, making sure you find like one or two, maybe three people, probably one or two people that you can truly depend on throughout your program to help motivate you and encourage you, and for y'all to be able to feed off one another. So that was also very helpful for me. I did try study groups, and study groups just weren't really for me. I mean, let's say this, depending on the class. Now, if it was like anatomy or neuro, I believe. Now those classes I did succeed as it relates to, you know, working in study groups. But when it came to other courses like our EIO courses, so the evaluation, intervention, and outcome classes, those classes where you really like focus in on reading the material, and just going through like all your notes. Now that was something that I had to do on my own and find ways to build upon my own knowledge by doing that alone. But as it relates to like anatomy, neuro, more hands-on stuff, now things like that was great to be able to have a partner, or to be able to learn things like that from. So just find out what works for you. Everybody is different. I'm different. I'm still trying to figure out what works for me. But overall, yeah, just find out what works for you. Trial and error, trial and error. Another thing that was very helpful for me was listening to the lectures in class, writing down notes. My school will also post lectures online to listen to, and it would be the same lecture that they would teach on campus in person. And so I would listen to the lecture in person and then also listen to the lecture that they would send us online, and I would compare my notes and fill in the gaps there. So that was very helpful for me as well, just being able to hear the information more than one time, so that it stuck with me. Things like that helped. Let's see, other tips and suggestions. Also, don't be afraid to reach out to like your teachers, professors, like advisors. They are there to help you. And thankfully, my teachers really, since we're such a small school, they really wanted us to learn, and not just learn for the time being, but be able to apply it later on. So anytime we had questions about anything, like they always like there to help. So don't be afraid to reach out to your teachers, professors, or advisors either. No question is a dumb question. Like, we're all learning. They're still learning. So no question is a dumb question. Other success strategies. I'm trying to think. I haven't been on campus since last March, so it's almost been a full year since I've been on campus. So it's hard for me to think of everything. I don't know. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to ask questions. I would like to do a video on like applying to grad school, although my situation was a little bit different. I did apply to several schools, but if you go back to maybe my first couple of videos relating to occupational therapy and how I got into the program, you'll see like my process of getting into the program. So yeah, I don't know. Right now I'm just working on getting ready to start my last level 2 rotation, school-based, and I'm super excited about it. Totally different from inpatient rehab, not lifting patients, y'all, totally different. So excited about it. Something different. I've never worked with kids, never done any hands-on with children, so I'm really excited to get this experience. After this rotation, we'll go back to campus for a little while to focus on our capstone topic. Once we're done with our capstone stuff in December, I will be able to sit for boards. So this is all exciting. But again, if you can think of any questions as it relates to OT, feel free to ask me. But OT school is great overall. Like, you're gonna be forced to step out of your comfort zone. I was so many times. That's another tip. Be okay with being not okay. Or let me rephrase it. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, when I say that, I mean it's okay to feel uncomfortable sometimes, and you have to be comfortable with that. Like, that things are not always gonna flow. Like, you just have to be okay with stepping out of your comfort zone and just doing things. Because one of my things I put on my vision board is learn by doing. That is the only way that you can learn, is just doing it. Like, just doing it, period. So I had to get okay, and I'm still trying to be okay with being uncomfortable in situations, because that's how you grow, and I appreciate that. So anyways, I won't prolong this, y'all. I hope you all have a great year. 2021 will be so much better. I know it's been a little crazy, but 2021 will be so much better for you. I know it will be. It's gonna be better for me for sure. I'm speaking it into existence, and I know it will happen in Jesus' name. This is my year. I hope you all have a great one, and until next time, I hope to see you in my next video. Be sure to subscribe if you are not already. Share, like, and comment, and I will see y'all later.